In last week's video, we covered the top 5 worst slot machines of 2023. In today's video, however, we're going to cover the top 5 best slot machines that actually surprised us the most in their own unique way. Back everybody to the Cowboy Slot Channel, where I bring you experienced advice from years of working in the casinos, tips, reviews, and so much more. Please be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell to stay notified for when the next video comes out. Just like in last week's video, be sure to leave your comments down below on your experiences or your thoughts on these games, if you've had a chance to play them, and if you agree with these assessments or not. Now, obviously, we are talking about slot machines here. You are not going to win every single time. Just because a game falls on this list does not mean if you run out and play it, you're going to get a jackpot. Some of the machines on today's list actually get really high marks in other categories, such as entertainment factor. So we're ranking them on a lot. It's not just ranked based on whether we've won on them this year or not. Every single year, I publish lists of best and worst slot games to play. So if some of the machines on today's list don't meet your criteria for what you would think would be the best, be sure to check out the video library, because there are tons more lists of really, really good machines and really, really bad machines. Also, not all games on today's list are necessarily new. These are not new machines. Some of them are actually older game titles that have been redesigned or brought back, or we're seeing a resurgence of them happening. So let's get started now with number 5. Number 5, Diamond Rain Jackpot Wheel by Every. This is a game that I actually had a chance to sit down and review and play earlier this year. Did a full review on it. I'll put the card in the upper right-hand corner of your screen if you would like to see that full review. But this game, I actually had a really fun time on. Diamond Rain Jackpot Wheel has a lot of different bonus options and different progressives. And unlike a lot of the newer games that are coming out today, these bonuses and these progressives are actually a lot easier to obtain than some of these other new games out on the market. It, of course, has the jackpot wheel that you get to keep spinning until you land on collect, and you can advance up to 3 different wheels. It's got free games. It also has this really cool random feature that will pop up where it starts showering diamonds on the screen, and you get to pick a diamond for a random prize. And of course, it's got those progressive jackpots that you can also get, which I personally have not landed any of those progressive jackpots, but I know people that have, and a lot of the players that I've spoken with that have sat down and played this game actually really enjoy it, and they really have a fun time doing it. Every really knocked it out of the park with this one. They did a great job in designing this game. It's got a lot of entertainment factor to it. Visually, it looks good. It sounds good. Cabinet, ergonomic design, it's really, really nice. They did an overall fantastic job with Diamond Rain Jackpot Wheel. One thing that I do really like about this game, and maybe it's just me, again, leave your comments down below if you agree with this or disagree with this, but I actually like when a slot machine has that subtle background music that continues to play as you play the game. I think it adds to the enjoyment factor and makes it more of a relaxing experience. So this game has that, and I'm glad that they put that on there. Overall, Diamond Rain Jackpot Wheel by Every gets really high marks in that entertainment factor and just the overall design factor of the game. Although, me personally, I did not get a jackpot on this game this year. However, it does have a lot of potential, and I have spoken with many players out there who have actually gotten a lot of different jackpots on this game. If you happen to see Diamond Rain Jackpot Wheel by Every at your local casino, give it a shot. It is a lot of fun, and it's a lot of thrill. Machine pick number 4, Mega Diamond by AGS. Mega Diamond, I was actually really surprised to see how quickly this game popped up in so many different casinos. It almost seemed like overnight Mega Diamond was everywhere. It's at almost every single Vegas property now. We even have it here in Wyoming now. Mega Diamond is popping up in a lot more places for a very good reason. It is quickly becoming a very popular game amongst players. I see players playing this game all the time, and they're always having a really good time at it. I've spoken to many people about this game, and they all love it. They've either all had good luck with it, or it's very entertaining to them, and here's a little bit of why. The jackpots that are available on Mega Diamond are actually pretty obtainable, especially when you compare it to other games that are coming out, newer games that are coming out that have grands and majors and maxis, all of those. The jackpots that are available on Mega Diamond seem to be a lot more easy to hit. They seem to come up a lot more frequently. and players are getting to experience that. So I can really see why Mega Diamond is kind of taking off in terms of popularity, because those jackpots, when compared to a lot of other newer games, are a lot more easily obtainable. I did have a chance to play Mega Diamond when we first got it into the Shoshone Rose Casino. I'll put a card in the upper right hand corner of your screen if you would like to see that video, but even I did really well on it, and even I was able to land one of those smaller mixed diamond progressive. What I really appreciate the most about Mega Diamond, and one of the main reasons why I'm putting it on today's list, is AGS did a great job in retaining that classic feel. They kept the game very simple, very easy to understand, very straightforward. I appreciate that. It is very difficult in today's market to come out with a classic style game and still have that entertainment and grab factor of a newer style slot machine. The cabinet itself was a really comfortable design to sit at. The graphics were amazing. The sounds were good. Overall, Mega Diamond is a really, really good game to play. The kind of player that I would recommend this game for is if you want that classic feel, but you still enjoy all of the new factor and new features of a lot of these newer slot games coming out there, but still like the nostalgia of the classic 3-reel game. That is who I would recommend this for. It's a fun game overall. I really enjoyed it. I had a good time at it. And honestly, it surprised me about how well it actually did. All right, so it is time now to move on to our top 3 lists. These top 3 games surprised me the most this year. Not very often do I sit down in a game and I really get taken back by a lot of factors about the game, but these 3 really, really stood out, and they proved to be excellent games to play. Coming in 3rd place this year, Wealth of Dynasty by Konami. Now, this one is a shocking one. This one of all of them probably shocked me the most. I know a lot of you out there, especially if you've watched this channel before, this is the first time that a Konami game has ever made it onto a best list. And I know a lot of you folks out there that have maybe played this game or seen this game are thinking to yourselves, how on earth could this game be not only on this list, but in the top 3? I will start by saying that I scrutinized this game hard. I looked over every aspect of this game because I was skeptical about it. They always say to not judge a book by its cover. I was guilty of that with this game, and I'm about to explain to you why that is. By the way, this is by far not a new game. Wealth of Dynasty has been out for a very, very long time. It keeps making resurgences into new cabinets. It is available at most casinos. In fact, most people just walk by them. And I'm going to tell you the story now. So one day I received a phone call from a friend of mine who was out gambling. Now, this particular friend of mine, she used to work in the slot department. So she knew her slots very, very, very well. She knew everything about the slots. She knew what games to play, all of that. She called me up and she said, I just won $14,000 off of a 68-cent bet. And I said, there's no way. I was skeptical. I said, let me get this right. 14,000, 1 comma, followed by 3 zeros. And she said, yes. I asked her what game she was playing because I was curious on what game could you get $14,000 from 68 cents. That is a really, really big jump. She told me, and I quote, I don't know. It was some dumb game that I've never played before and just looks really weird. And I put some money into it and I hit $14,000. So now I'm curious. So I go to the casino. She shows me this game. I start playing it. My first reaction, again, I judged the book by its cover. I looked right at this game and I said, this game looks dumb. I do not want to play this game at all. She's like, no, give it a try. So I put $20 into this game. I sat there and I played it on 68 cents. 68 cents. $20 lasted me 2 hours on this game. 2 hours. Did I hit a big jackpot or make a lot of money off of it? Not on this session, but the fact that $20 lasted 2 hours on a slot machine says a lot. Me being me, I thought, okay, this is a one-time off thing. Normally $20 doesn't last that long. Over the course of the next several months, I came back and I started playing this game on a regular basis just to try to see. Played it at all different bet amounts. I played different versions of it, played different variations of it. As I went to other casinos, I started to play other versions at other casinos as well. Several times, not even one, not even two, but several times that I had played this game, I had put a very low amount of money into it, like $20, and I actually ended up building up to like $800 or $900. At one point, I got up all the way to $1,000 on this game, and I hit the maxi jackpot, not the mega, but the one right below it, which is normally like $500 to $600 range. I hit that 4 times on all these different crazy machines. So I'm still skeptical, so I'm still looking into it. So I start asking and talking to other players that are playing this game about, hey, what do you think of this game? Surprisingly, more than 3 of them said that they had actually won the mega on the game by playing the minimum of the 68 cents. The mega jackpot starts at around $10,000. One metric that I always look at with slot machines is the correlation between how much you're betting versus how much you're getting in return. On most games that are really high in volatility, it's typically you bet $1.20 and you get 72 cents in return, something like that. On this game, pretty consistently, if I was betting 68 cents, I was getting on average at least a couple dollars back or bet back, which by itself is pretty good. But there were several line hits where I was betting 68 cents and then getting like $20 or $40 back in return. That is a really good jump in terms of your bet versus how much you get. Honestly, I would have never played this game just based on how it looks, and I walked by it all the time, and I was wrong for that. This is actually a really good game to play. Several different times at several different locations on several different machines playing this game, I walked away a winner actually more times than I was walking away a loser. Now, obviously, keep it in relation to what you're betting and keep it in relation to the money you're actually putting in this machine. It is a penny game unless you are one of the extremely lucky ones to hit one of those mega progressives for $10,000+ You're probably not going to get a jackpot on this game. But in terms of low budget, if you are a low budget player, say if you're one of those people that comes into the casino and you only have $20 or $40, this would be an amazing game for you to play because it lasts so incredibly long. So Konami, congratulations on one of your games finally making it onto one of our best lists. And if you happen to see Wealth of Dynasty in your casino, give it a shot. It might surprise you as much as it surprised me. Machine pick number 2, Clovers and Gold by IGT. Very rarely have I ever sat down at a slot machine, especially a new slot machine, started playing it, and then I get that feeling like this machine's gonna hit. This is gonna be the next big hit machine. And Clovers and Gold did that for me this year. As I sat down to play Clovers and Gold, I found myself actually smiling and having a great time and really enjoying myself with this game. The graphics, getting the bonus, the multipliers that pop up, it all hits just very different in all the best ways. In terms of value for the money, this game actually gets really good marks, and the bonus rounds can be very rewarding. In almost every single category, Clovers and Gold gets an A+. A+ for visuals, for sounds, for entertainment, for value of the money. This is a really awesome game to play. Now, Clovers and Gold is still a relatively new game. I have yet to see it out there in many places, but I'm really hoping that more casinos start ordering this game. If you happen to see it, give it a shot. It is a really fun game to play. I did have a chance to play this game when it first came out in Reno. I'll put the card in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Check out that video if you'd like to see this game being played. In today's market, it is a very delicate balance to create a 3-reel old school spinning type game. You have such immense competition for all of the flash and all of the crazy bonuses and all of the instant gratification that players today and today's market really demands for. So as a game maker, when you make a classic 3-reel game, you have to execute it in the right way. Make it thrilling and fun enough for the modern gambler, but still nostalgic enough for those players wanting that classic experience. You also have to make the game easy to understand while still offering new features. The game designer of Clovers and Gold blew this one out of the park. They did such an amazing job. They hit all the right marks in all the right places. To make a classic 3-reel game that still gives players that thrill and that excitement of a modern experience is very difficult to do, and a big congratulations to the developer of this game. Clovers and Gold just pops. It's exciting, it's thrilling, it has all the classic nostalgia that you would know and love with all of the modern features. It's just an overall fantastic game. If you happen to see Clovers and Gold at a casino, sit down and give it a shot. It's a lot of fun. It's an amazing game to play. Finally, now we get to the #1 spot, the #1 machine of the year, and the machine that's going to take the title of Cowboy Slots Best Slot Machine of the Year. #1, Dollar Action by Ainsworth. The game itself of Dollar Action has actually been around for a while now, but it's making a resurgence in new cabinets and it's starting to pop up in a lot more places. If you are a fan of jackpots and thrilling bonus rounds, or if you are a high limit player, this is definitely a game that you don't want to miss. Not only does this game have those must hit by progressives that Ainsworth is known for, but it has a very different, very unique bonus round that is probably the most thrilling and exciting bonus round you could possibly ever play. Also, this game has massive potential. You can get insane amounts in the bonus, and even some line hits on this game are really, really high paying and really good line hits. If you have never played the game of Dollar Action before, it has a very thrilling and very unique bonus round, and I'll explain how it works. Once you trigger the bonus, you need at least 2 or more of the Dollar Action symbols to pop up on reels 2 through 4. If and when those Dollar Action symbols pop up, it does a Mustang Money style respin feature where wherever those symbols landed, it will make that whole reel wild for the next respin. So picture a bonus like Mustang Money, but if you get the Mustang Money feature, instead of just the first and the 5th reel being wild, any of the reels except for reel 1 can be wild in the game. This can lead to massive wins. I have seen huge wins come out of this bonus round, but it gets even better. Not only does it have that Dollar Action feature, but yes, you can also re-trigger in the bonus round, but those Dollar Action symbols and the bonus symbol also become wild when you're in the bonus game. This is a bonus game, especially if you are a high limit player or if you do have a bigger bankroll to spend. You can pull a ton of money out of this bonus round, especially if you get a good one, and especially if you get re-triggers during the bonus. When Dollar Action was made, when this game was designed, it almost feels like the designers got together and they said, let's just take all of the best features from all of the bonuses and put them into one bonus. That's what it feels like, and they did an amazing job, because if you're a fan of Ainsworth games like Thunder Cash, Eagle Bucks, Mustang Money, picture all of the best features from all of those games looped in and combined into one bonus round, and you get Dollar Action. When compared to betting the same amounts on other games such as Thunder Cash or Eagle Bucks, I ended up making a lot more money betting the same amount off of Dollar Action, and I got a lot more consistent of a gameplay. I was able to play for longer on the game too, which normally you don't get both of those. Normally it's one or the other, but Dollar Action, I got both most of the time. Now, just for a second, let's set aside all of the money-making part of this game and talk about just the fun and the entertainment factor. I had so much fun with this game. This game, when I sat down to play Dollar Action, was probably the most thrilling slot machine game that I had ever played. Even on sessions when I didn't do so well, I found myself wanting to come back and still wanting to play the game because it is just that fun. If you've never played Dollar Action before, go look for it next time you are at the casino. I was completely blown away. I was shocked by not even just how well this game did, but how it made me feel. And I hope that you will have the same enjoyable experience if you go out and try Dollar Action. As always, leave your comments down below about your thoughts of today's games on this list, whether you've tried them, whether you've not tried them, or whether you're going to look for them the next time you are at the casino. Give this video a like, a subscribe would be nice, and I'll see you on the next one.
Thanks so much for watching. Check out these other videos and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more slot tips. It's always free. Visit ropethejackpot.com for free guides and a whole lot more. Catch you on the next episode.